Hello folks, this is Gabo reporting from Sopron after a nice sauna and swimming pool. A lot of swimming, which cleared my mind up for this one. So let's get into it. In my previous video, I said that I am actually on my way and I feel that I'm not looking for the way anymore. I'm on my way. I have been on my way in my entire life, which is nice. And I am a spiritual something. So I came out pretty much as a spiritual something, and I feel that this needs to be clarified. What is it that something that I claim to be? Well, at least I decided that I am spiritual, and based on my way and where my way leads me, that's definitely so. Now, how to make it even more precise? About 2 years ago, I went to a family constellation. It was a face-to-face family constellation where we were looking at the family system. And after I was sneaking through, or across the border because the Hungarian-Austrian border was closed. And this woman that I was working with happened to be in Austria, actually. We had the session. Then she told me that I am actually a HSP, a highly sensitive person. That surprised me because I didn't like to see myself that way. And whenever people told me that I am very sensitive, I took it more as an offense. Although I got it a lot in my life. And I took it as an offense from a really, really early age. I don't really remember exactly why I couldn't stand being called sensitive. But what I do remember is that when I was that is four, like 4 years old, then I just fell down a little hill and my knee hurt really badly. At that point, I just promised myself that I'm not going to cry anymore in my entire life. At that point, nobody bullied me, nobody said anything, but I wanted to be strong and I decided that I'm not gonna cry. In my life after that, I got close to crying a lot, but I just did my really fucking best to suppress crying. And when I didn't manage and that I was sobbing, then I just hated myself so much for doing so. And this is, like one of the instances that that made me realize 2 years ago, a bit more than 2 years ago, that I was actually suppressing a lot. And there were other events, of course, but like this was the first step for the realization that I am highly sensitive. This was the first time that I could take the comment in. And it also required time later in the later years, in the past 2 years, to actually not just accept it, but to look at it as an advantage. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos. That's something that I mentioned a lot of times now. And in one of these videos, there was a guy who was also a highly sensitive person. He seemed to be really open. He seemed to be very understanding. He was talking like this in a really slow manner, and as if he was like talking to your soul and understanding everything that is going on. I'm parodizing a little bit, but he seemed to be legit cool. And he said that like being kind of sensitive it can be a huge advantage once somebody can work through everything, like all the traumas and all the negativity that is around, cultivate this really beautiful nature of a highly sensitive person and become somebody really powerful who can help people. Now, how to do that is still a mystery for me. Nevertheless, I can now fully embrace being highly sensitive. Now, what is highly sensitive? What does that mean? It is about feeling things, right? Feeling things really deeply. I'm sure that there are a lot of other definitions. So this would be my definition. This is my experience. That I feel what's going on in other people, and I feel what's going on in my surroundings on a deeper level. So I don't really need never translation on how other people felt, what was going on emotionally in a group. I could even, grasp it verbally, and maybe this is my my unique ability that like I can grasp what is going on in a group, and I can say it, I can really find the words to express what is it that everybody feels and what can be the reason for it. I was pretty successful with it even in spiritual circles, so maybe even between highly sensitive people it's not so obvious that somebody can do this. So maybe this is my unique trait that that I can use later. I'm already using this, right? Like I was also using it in improv theater, improv comedy, or during stand-ups. Like this is something that that is very useful, and I can use it some more. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow talking about this, it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I guess like not all of my being accepts this yet as a strength, because yeah, like there were just too many decades where I thought that crying or just being sensitive or crying equals sensitive and sensitive equals bad, or the other way around, like it doesn't really matter. So I just thought that it's bad, that it's bad. And yeah, now now I'm just thinking about how to incorporate this whole experience in my life better, in a much more effective way, in a way where I can I can do what? Well, that's something probably that I'm going to talk about in in some later videos. But like for now, I can say that this is like embracing sensitivity is something that I am struggling with, but I start to like it also. Or do I? And it's like, okay, like this video is about coming out, and I'm just saying that I am a highly sensitive person. Okay, so that's it. Like, and I don't want to force anything on myself that I'm just not ready to do or embrace. So that's good for now. Okay, let's yeah. No, let's move on to what. Look, like I have been hiding for so long that I feel that I can't, yeah, I can't do something like something is just not really coming out yet. Like there is something blocked, something still like say it, but what? So yeah, that drives me nuts. Anyway, ever since I've been doing such videos, when I clearly express something that I want, something that I don't want, something who I am, there were always things happening, like somehow the energy in my life starts moving, and my path is going to become clearer and clearer. So I still think that even if I can't seem to say anything like more meaningful than just saying that I am a highly sensitive person, I hope that it's going to be an important step in moving forward. And I propose crying. I could cry really the first time in early 2020, so about 3 years ago. And it was like a tsunami, man. It was so much repressed energy. Like I don't even know how the fuck could I even hold it together for so long. It's a mystery. Yeah, but the floodgates were open, and ever since, it's a really quick and a very obvious transformation from my old life to the new one. And what is going to be this new life? It's still yet to see, but it's going to be a much more honest one. And it's going to be about embracing sensitivity and learn to use it, pretty much. And I hope it's also going to be fun in a way. Okay, I just end blabbering, and I will come back with new stuff later. Till then, ciao ciao.